Alrighty, party peoples of the interwebs, honor or hubris? You are going to decide the underlying motivations, and if you can't tell, it's another rainy day in sunny, beautiful, free Florida. Viva Frei, former Montreal litigator turned current Florida rumbler. It's another beautiful Florida rainy day. Storms come in, sun comes out, and I'm sitting here trying to understand what the heck Elon Musk is doing. For those of you who aren't following the interwebs day in and day out, Elon Musk has apparently started his so-called third party, the American Party. The only problem is it's something like the fifth or sixth current American political party. Now, backing it up to the beginning, which is a pretty good place to start, you will recall that Elon Musk and Donald John Trump had a recent falling out where Trump didn't integrate the recommendations of Doge into the One Big Beautiful Bill. Elon Musk came out calling that One Big Beautiful Bill an abomination.
Well, let me say this about Elon's tweet. I wish he wouldn't sugarcoat stuff. I wish he'd just say what he thinks. Look, I think Mr. Musk, I'm a big Musk fan. I think he's really smart. I think he's entitled to his opinion. He's frustrated. I think he believes, in my judgment correctly, that we're quickly becoming debt slaves, that Congress needs to relearn the magical healing power of no. And I agree with him. Having said that, I'm not ready to throw in the towel on this bill.
I'm curious what you make of Elon Musk calling this bill an abomination. Do you think that's going to sway your colleagues at all?
I don't think everybody will look at it. Obviously, he looks at it from a different perspective than we do. We have to get something done in terms of the tax bill. It has to be redone. That's the number one thing. But he's looking at all the spending. I totally agree. We're spending too much money. That's the reason we've got it in front of us right now. But he looks at it a different way than we have to look at it, because again, we're the ones that have to vote for it, and you also have to look at the good along with the bad. Nothing's perfect.
And he vowed revenge if that bill got passed. That bill got passed, and now Elon is apparently having something of his political revenge. Actually, he had something of his revenge the day he tweeted out, "The reason why the Epstein list isn't being released is because Donald John Trump is on it. There you go. Have a nice day, Donald John Trump." He's since apologized for that tweet, and I think he's going to live to regret this decision. Politically, just give it a little bit of time. Back on July 4th, Elon Musk tweeted, "Independence Day is the perfect time to ask if you want independence from the two-party, some would say uni-party system. Should we create the American Party?" And his answer was 65% yes, 35% no, but notice the amount of votes, 1.248 million votes. Now, bearing in mind, in the American political landscape, there really are only two major political parties, the Republican and the Democrat. That being said, there is the Libertarian Party, there is the Green Party, there is a party called the Constitution Party, and now Elon thinks he's created his third party, the American Party. But I said, look at the number of votes on that poll, 1.248 million. That wasn't even 1.25 million votes that Elon got on his own poll. Elon has run other polls and gotten 17 million votes. Regularly, he gets upwards of 10 million votes. So the fact that he barely got 1.25 million votes on this particular poll should be an indication to Elon that the poll results do not say what I think he thinks the poll results say. And I tweeted to that effect on July 5th at the Viva Frei. You didn't even get 1.25 million votes on that poll. Your average poll participation is typically several million, could be as high as 10 million. You are drawing the wrong conclusions from this poll, IMHO, which is internet speak for in my humble opinion. I predicted it during my show yesterday. This political venture is going to backfire. Bookmark this post.
And now let's take a brief pause from this vlog for a word from our sponsor, The Wellness Company. RFK Jr. is known for his sharp mind and relentless energy. Remember that viral video of him using methylene blue to stay focused, energized, and mentally resilient? Now you can experience those same benefits with Recharge from The Wellness Company. This doctor-formulated nutraceutical delivers a never-before-seen combo of methylene blue, NAD, and PQQ, creating a unique formula designed to optimize mitochondrial function, improve energy, and enhance mental clarity. Methylene blue crosses the blood-brain barrier to enhance memory, focus, and executive function by increasing ATP production, the true fuel of our cells. It also works as a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, helping protect against aging and cellular damage. If you're looking for a real mental and physical edge, Recharge delivers. Get 10% off plus free shipping by heading over to twc.health/Viva. Use promo code VIVA and you'll get 10% off plus free shipping Once again, that is twc.health/Viva for 10% off, free shipping. Thank you to the Wellness Company for sponsoring this vlog. And now back to the video.
Now, backing it up to June 30th, Elon Musk tweeted as follows. Elon Musk at Elon Musk, if this insane spending bill passes, the America Party will be formed the next day. Our country needs an alternative to the Democrat-Republican Uni Party so that the people actually have a voice. Well, for good or for bad, it seems that Elon has gone out and fulfilled that promise. He apparently put the filings in or started the American Party, as appears from an FEC filing, which I will read to you now. Federal Election Committee, FEC Form 1, Statement of Organization. Filing FEC 1898441, America Party, AMEP, and you have its address there. Then you have the custodian of records, Vaibhav Taneja, and then you have an address there, treasurer, Vaibhav Taneja, designated agents, bank of depositories, etc., etc., but he went ahead and did it. Honor or hubris, you be the judge. Is Elon Musk doing this for the benefit of America, for the American people? You'll decide that on your own, but for the time being, just appreciate that the face of the America Party is Elon Musk. From at America Party X, MAGA is the past. Woke is a distraction. The middle is the future. America Party is the party of the middle majority. And there you have a glorious image of Elon Musk himself. I went out and offered my unsolicited 2 cents and said, look, you're calling this the America Party. Some people are thinking you're acting like a baby throwing a hissy fit. Other people are thinking you're acting on your own ego or hubris. But you create the America Party and then brand it with your own image a la Obama in 2008?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
And you will not blame people for seeing something of an irony in the America Party being founded by a South African and having someone appointed to the treasury who is of Indian descent. I'm not making this stuff up, and I don't believe these things, but you will not blame people for saying, oh, this is irony, this is rich. A South African and an Indian starting the America Party. I happen to not agree with those accusations, but people are making them. Vaibhav Taneja, Chief Financial Officer at Tesla Motors. Vaibhav Taneja is an Indian-American business executive who is currently serving as Chief Financial Officer of Tesla Inc. since 2003. He is also the company's chief accounting officer and one of the directors of Tesla India Motors and Energy Private Limited. That is the America Party, and some people might say there is nothing more American than 2 foreign-born, naturalized citizens starting the America Party, participating in politics. I don't blame people for saying that. I certainly won't blame people for noticing the obvious. The question here is whether or not Elon Musk is doing something net positive for America or out of spite to Donald Trump, who didn't incorporate the Doge recommendations into the one big beautiful bill. And I will leave it to the chat to come to their own conclusions. Let me know in the chat. But while I am polling the chat, make sure that you are all subscribed and have notifications turned on. Share my channel to help it grow, because it really does help with the algorithm. But let me know what you think. Is this out of honor for America, or is this out of hubris for his own ego and spite to Donald Trump?
A little from column A, a little from column B.
And some people are going to say this is going to do nothing but split the vote. My goodness, a la Ross Perot back in the day. And I say, and I've always said, vote splitting, it's an argument, it's a strategy if you want to incorporate that. But the bottom line is you vote with your heart, and you never split your vote if you vote with the entire integrity of your soul. But tactically, the question is going to be, is this going to draw votes away from the Republican Party and give the Democrats a win in 2026 or 2028? And some people are going to say, Viva, you're a big fat hypocrite. You ran for the People's Party of Canada in Canada, a party that was formed by Maxime Bernier after he broke off from the Conservative Party, and you have been defending against the vote splitting argument forever. I still stand by that defense, incidentally, because the People's Party of Canada, I don't think splits any votes. I think it gets new votes. But what Elon Musk is doing right here, strategically, I think is designed to split the vote from the Republican Party. It's designed to be something of a parasitic spin-off of his involvement in the Republican Party. And it comes at a time, a couple of weeks after his Epstein tweet at Donald Trump. It is quite clearly, in my humble view, something that I think most people would think is ultimately motivated by spite or anger or resentment, and not necessarily by what is good for America. Saying MAGA is a thing of the past is the most idiotic statement to make. It is barely 6 months into this presidency. MAGA is not something of a clique. MAGA is what Trump defined his movement as, and it got 77 million votes, Elon, and you had better start learning to respect that. At least that is my humble opinion. For whatever it's worth, a madman screaming at a camera from his car and trying to lecture the richest man on earth who runs multiple successful companies. Maybe it's worth nothing, so disregard if you want to disregard it, but maybe it's worth just a little something. And with that said, it seems that the rain has stopped, and I'm going to go out there and try to get some fishing in before tonight's Sunday night law extravaganza. Viva and Barnes Law for the people. If you want to support the work that I do, we got great merch at vivafrei.com, vivabarneslaw.locals.com for the best above average law community out there. But most importantly, exercise, eat healthy, sunlight, talk to people in real life, and now you know your vlog. Peace out, peeps. Booyah!
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.